Salvete omnes! We are going to have a look at expressions of place in Latin. So, in Latin, the name of cities and towns, and also the word domus, do not need to use a preposition to express motion towards and motion from. So, for example, we would say, Horatia et Argus domum redierunt. So just domum, not ad domum. Horatia et Argus domum redierunt. And we'll compare this to using the word casa, which also means home. So here we would say Horatia et Argus ad casam redierunt. So both of these sentences mean Horatia and Argus returned home, but with casa, or just as we would expect, we're going to say ad casam, where with domum, we'll just say domum, no preposition. And this is the same when we're expressing motion from. So let's have another look, and this time we'll compare cities versus a city versus a country, because we will use a preposition when we're talking about a country, right? It's only cities and towns that have this special exception. So we could say vir Athenes fugit, right? The man flees from Athens. The man flees from Athens. But if we want to say the man flees from Greece, we'll say vir ab Grecia fugit. Ab Grecia. So we will use the preposition ab to express motion from, where if we're talking about a city or we're talking about domus, we'll just use the ablative to express motion from with no preposition. Now, one other thing we want to talk about in terms of expressing place in Latin is the locative case. So the locative case is a special case that only exists to express place where. So this is just to tell us where an event or an action took place. And we will use it for towns and cities and the word domus. So we have seen it already with just domi to say at home. So a sentence like Horatia domi cenam parat. So Horatia prepares dinner at home or in the home. And here we just have domi. Horatia domi cenam parat. Horatia prepares dinner at home. And this domi, we might be tempted to think it's in the ablative, but it is in fact in the locative case, showing us where. Now, another sentence to give us this example, Quintus Rome studiebat. So Quintus Rome studebat. So Quintus was studying in Rome. So Rome is in the locative case, expressing motion where. So telling us where an event or action takes place. Now, how do we form the locative case in Latin? Names that are first or second declension, their locative will look just like the genitive if the noun is singular. So let's look at some examples to clear this up. So Roma, Rome, right? That's a first declension noun, feminine noun. Corinthus, Corinthi, that's a second declension masculine noun. Londinium, Londinii, that's a second declension neuter noun, right? So of course Roma, Corinth, and London. So we're gonna look, so we know that these are gonna look just like the genitive, and that means that Roma will be Rome, Corinthus will be Corinthi, and Londinium will be Londini, right? So just like the genitive. Now, let's look at our other set, our other possibilities. So this is for third declension nouns, whether they're singular or plural. Third declension nouns and first and second declension nouns that are plural, right? Because we have this phenomenon where many city names are always in the plural, like Athene, right? Athens, it's even plural in English, right? So Athene, because it's plural, even though it's first declension, the locative will be Athenes, Athenes. Puteoli, right? That is a second declension noun, but it's always plural. So the locative will look like the ablative Puteolis. Now, what about Cartago or Cades? These are both third declension city names. Cartago is singular, Cades is plural, but they will both form their locative just like the ablative. So Cartago will be Cartagine and Cades will be Cadibus. So this is how we use and form the locative in Latin, and also how we express motion to and from cities, towns, and domus. Valete!